Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 5 cookies from my favorite cookie company. These were sent to us from Michelle, so thank you very much to Michelle for sending us these. We have the OG, and we will describe these better once we get to the table. We have the OG, Cashew later, Oreo Chipper, Fudgenutter, and Knock Your Socks Biscoff. So what you want to do is Michelle sends a postcard with her cookies when you receive them, and it says cookies taste better warm. So bake at 350 for 3 to 5 minutes on parchment lined pan or microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. So we are going to open each one of these, and they do have, I love it that they're labeled, handmade with love. My favorite cookie company. They're labeled on the front, but they're also labeled on the back. So they have the ingredients listed here. They don't have calories, but they do have the ingredients. So that's great for people who have an allergy, or, you know, if you're trying to avoid something, then you can look at the back. So this is the OG, and this is a huge cookie. This is 5.5 ounces. So I have my parchment lined baking sheet, and I'm just going to set them over there. And I am cutting them with scissors just because it's quicker for the video. But you can see how huge this is. And these did come through the post office. So the post office delivers these. This is Oreo Chipper, and you can see the Oreo and the white chips there. And then Fudgenutter. That's what I thought it said. Fudgenutter. Look at that. That is your crisscross. If you're used to making peanut butter cookies at home, I like to put the little crisscross on there too. And then the last one is the Knock Your Socks Biscoff. Oh, and look at that. It has the Biscoff right there. So I'm going to put these in the oven for 4 minutes, and then we'll be back. I always like to show you when we have cookies like this and we heat them up what they look like on the inside. So this is the OG. And this is after 4 minutes. And then Cashew later. It's very soft, which I absolutely love. An ooey gooey cookie. I love that. Okay, this is the Oreo Chipper. And then we have Fudgenutter. Ooh, I didn't expect that. A layer of fudge in the middle. I should have, but I didn't think about it. And then the Knock Your Biscoff. And there's that one. All cookies are made with organic, unbleached flour, grass-fed butter, organic free-range eggs, and real vanilla extract. We keep it real, never adding corn syrup, shortening, seed oils, or anything unnecessary to our dough. Each cookie is generously sized at nearly 1/3 pound or more, the perfect portion to indulge in solo or big enough to share. So from what I saw currently on the website, it looks like each one of these cookies is $5.50. Now I did not look at the bundle, so of course you can get a bundle, and I didn't look at how much that was.
Shipping.
I didn't look at shipping. I just looked at individual prices, and so that's something that you would have to look at if you go to the website. So it says, for freshest taste, eat within 7 days of receiving. Freeze cookies for up to 3 months in an airtight container. Reheat frozen cookies by baking on parchment lined baking sheet for 8 to 10 minutes at 350. So if they've been frozen, they're going to take longer to heat. So we are going to try the OG first. It is everyone's favorite cookie. Our chocolate chip cookies are delightfully soft and thick with the perfect balance of rich dark chocolate and sweet creamy milk chocolate in every bite. All right. It is full of chips.
It is. And you can tell the difference between the dark ones and the milk chocolate ones.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that she suggests you heat them.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could eat them room temperature. I don't know why you'd want to. There's a little bit, I don't know if it's the chocolate or if it's vanilla in there that I'm tasting.
Oh, it might be vanilla. I love
nice flavor.
the texture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're soft, but they're not dry. But they're also not wet. So
exactly. It is a well-baked cookie, but it's not what I would consider a crunchy cookie at all.
But it's not really like runny, gooey cookie either. Because we've had some of the baseball-sized ones. They're like gooey, runny. This is not like that.
No.
It's leaning towards gooey, but it's not quite like drippy gooey.
But you really taste, you taste both chocolates. You do get the milk chocolate and the dark chocolate. The dark chocolate is not bitter at all. Having it in the oven for 4 minutes was just enough to soften up those chips nicely without them melting all over the place. I think it's very nice. It's a very nice chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And you get a little bit of a buttery flavor.
Yes, you do.
I should taste it. I think it's the chocolate is what I'm tasting. It's not vanilla. I think it's the chocolate.
The chocolate itself. I like it.
It's good. I know I'm not complaining about the flavor. There's a flavor that stands out, and I think it's the chocolate.
I like how she used both kinds of chocolate, milk and dark, because I never think to do that with mine. When I make them at home, it's always one or the other.
Right.
Normally milk. This one is Cashew Later. Move over, peanut butter. This sweet and mildly nutty cookie base is chock full of our homemade white chocolate cashew butter and loaded with premium white chocolate chips. All right. It is loaded with white chocolate chips.
This one was the softest of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, you really get that cashew butter.
Yes, you do. I'm not used to that.
No, most things we have cashew butter and almond butter in, you can hardly taste it. That you actually taste it. It's good. And it is definitely softer than the first one. How many chips are in there?
I'm going to have to
Clean up. I tell you what, those white chips really add a lot of
they do.
sweetness to
It's very soft. It says fair trade white chocolate chips is what it is. Brown sugar, butter, eggs.
It's really good.
Vanilla. Yes, that I'm not used to being able to taste cashew butter that strong. And that is very nice. The white chocolate is extremely soft. The whole
sweet.
cookie is very soft.
It is. Like I said, that was the one, because I took them from the baking sheet over to the cutting board. And when I picked it up with the spatula, that one was the one that wanted to kind of like
fall apart.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. I almost like it even more than the chocolate chip because it's all about the texture and the flavor, and I love how it just falls apart.
Yeah, it is kind of gooey.
Yes, that would be yes. If you like a gooey cookie, that one would be it. The next one is Oreo Chipper, our signature soft chocolate dough packed with chopped Oreos and premium milk chocolate and white chocolate chips for a heavenly mix of texture in each bite. That's what I like to hear. Okay. And that, you're not going to miss the Oreo, are you? Because it's
lots of white and chocolate chips too. Yeah, this one seemed to be a little bit, just by looking at it, it seems to be a little drier.
Not in a bad way though.
I'd like to know what brand of white chips she adds because it has a lot of flavor. Those little white chips. It just says fair trade, so we don't know. But
I know. I'm wondering if it's Ghirardelli.
I don't know. Because not only are they sweet, they have a really good like vanilla flavor. I like that.
I do too. You see, I'm eating my whole pieces.
I'm trying not to.
No, I think it's fantastic. I love that she mentioned texture. That's what really appeals to me about that particular cookie. To be completely honest, I don't necessarily get Oreo.
I don't either. That's the lightest flavor.
Yes, but you get the texture from the Oreo.
Yeah, you get the crunchy.
What I'm mainly getting is because there's so many white chips, I'm mainly getting the flavor of those white chips.
Yep.
And once again, they're sweet, just like they were in the cashew. And they have that, you're right, like a vanilla flavor to them. That seems to overpower everything else. But to me,
that's a good thing.
I think that's a good thing because the Oreo does give it the crunchiness that like the cashew butter did not have. So it is a completely different experience.
Yeah, I think you would miss the Oreo if it wasn't there.
Absolutely.
But it just doesn't stand out as like, that's a really good Oreo cookie. It's just, there's some Oreo in there. You
right.
know, it's kind of like that. But it's very, very good. And it is a little bit more, I won't say crumbly, but it's a little drier than the other two. It's not quite as gooey and soft.
I know I showed you this, but I mean, look how thick that is. That is a thick cookie. Okay, so the next one.
It's drier, but not dry.
No, not dry at all. No, none of these have been dry. The next one is the Fudgenutter. I think I kept saying Fudgenutter or something. Fudgenutter. Savor the ultimate peanut butter experience with our soft peanut butter cookie, loaded with Reese's peanut butter chips and stuffed with luscious homemade fudge. Yes, please.
This one's really, really soft. It's also one that was wanting to fold over when I was picking it up.
I know I keep saying it.
That's a gooey cookie.
But the texture. It's perfect.
I tell you what, that's 90%. Even when you get the chocolate, it's still 90% peanut butter.
Yeah.
If all peanut butter cookies were like that, I'd eat more peanut butter cookies. Because most of the time, peanut butter cookies are dry and not very flavorful, and the texture is really not very good. That is really good.
Some of my favorite peanut butter cookies are the ones from Walmart in the deli. They're not available all the time. And they're called...
It's hit or miss, you know?
Yeah, they're called old-fashioned peanut butter cookies. And I love them because they remind me of school. I mean, they're like the old school classic cafeteria lady cookies that are absolutely phenomenal. However, they're different than these. The flavor is almost the same. But the texture of the ones at Walmart are thin. They're thinner and they're crisper on the outside. This one has that same classic cafeteria lady peanut butter, except it is a big boy. It is
and it's
thick,
all soft.
And it's all soft and it's fantastic.
Yeah, there's no crunchy edges or anything like that. It's
I love that. So, like, given the choice, I would take this one.
Yeah.
I honest to goodness, don't taste the fudge at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I really don't.
Even when you get the chocolate fudge, it really doesn't, you don't notice it, but I'd say it adds sweetness.
I mean, I'm sure it adds something, and visually it's cool to open it up and see that. But it's like 99% peanut butter is what you taste. I just love that texture because it's so thick and it's so very soft. And then it just gets in your mouth and it falls apart. I think that is absolutely
it's really a melt in your mouth kind of cookie.
And I'm glad you liked it too.
Oh yeah, like I said,
usually a peanut
if
butter.
I could eat, if all peanut butter cookies were like that, I would never have a problem with peanut butter.
Yeah, because usually peanut butter, it always falls short of what your expectations are.
So boring.
Or you can tell that the peanut butter they used wasn't good peanut butter.
Or it just tastes like peanuts. It's not sweet. It's just they've always disappointed me. That one's really good.
Okay, so the last one is a Knock Your Socks Biscoff. Our signature our signature soft cookie butter, infused dough filled with chopped Biscoff cookies, premium chocolate chips, and a heavenly homemade cookie butter center. All right.
And it does have a little cookie on there.
Oh yeah, the Biscoff.
If you want to eat it. That reminds me, not the flavor, but the texture reminds me a little bit of a snickerdoodle, where they're kind of like a shell on the outside, and it's a little bit softer on the inside, but the whole thing is not as gooey as like the peanut butter is. It's more of a, again, drier, but not dry, cookie with like a shell on the outside.
That
I like the flavor though.
Fourth of a piece, it's like 3 of a regular cookie. With the amount that you get, you feel like you really get a lot. This texture, I know. This texture is closer, if I had to compare it, to the Oreo texture.
Yeah, except that the Oreo one didn't have literally a shell on the outside.
You absolutely.
Tell you what, when you get that filling, it's thick like peanut butter.
You absolutely get Biscoff.
Oh, yeah.
You taste the Biscoff.
You know it's cookie butter.
Yeah, it is delicious.
It's good. All of them are good. I didn't have one I didn't like. That's for
No,
sure.
I can tell the difference between the Biscoff cookie and the homemade cookie butter. Because there's a little bit of something added to it. Maybe it's more sugar, but I mean, it's wonderful. And it's like, it's not crunchy, but it
has a sugary texture.
Yeah, and the whole cookie overall, like I said, is more like the Oreo. Where you're getting like chunky pieces in with the softness of the cookie butter.
And like I said, it has that sugary kind of grit all through it. It's good.
All of these are delicious.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of them.
No. And I don't know, like a build your own box, like I'm sure you could order one of each one on the website or get as many or as few as you want. I didn't look that deeply on the website. But the website is nice because they show you a picture of the cookie and they give you a description, which is where I got all my descriptions. So it's a nice website. I like the way that it's done.
And the person that sent us the cookie, you said Michelle. That's the owner of the company.
She is the owner of this company.
It wasn't just somebody named Michelle. It was the owner of the company.
She is the owner of this company. My favorite, it's www.myfavoritecookie.co.com. And she sends us these. If you go to the website and you order cookies, we will not know anything about it.
No.
She was kind enough to send us these. She actually sent us 10 cookies. So this is the first video, and there will be another video to come with all new flavors. And
5 different flavors.
And there's some surprises in that next one. So I can't wait for you to see the next set of 5.
So if you had to go on the website
That's
and
what
order one cookie.
Oh,
just one.
Okay, I know.
You only get one.
I know already.
Which one?
I'm getting the peanut butter. That peanut butter is fantastic. And I'm a peanut butter snob, trust me. I'm funny when it comes to peanut butter.
I'm leaning towards the cashew butter, and I would never.
Really?
It's so sweet.
I mean, I like it. It's good.
It's so
I'm
sweet.
just surprised that that's the one you
But no,
get.
the peanut butter is really good too. So I'm really torn, but I told you only one. So I'm going to get the cashew butter.
So those are your top 2?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
If I had to pick a top 2,
It's hard because they're all good.
I would say peanut butter or Biscoff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll say the Biscoff. Just because I like them all. I really do. None of them are a bad cookie.
Yeah, you're not going to get a bad cookie. They're all good.
So, like I said, if you visit the website, I won't know about it, but we greatly appreciate Michelle. You know, she's starting this business and she's trying to get her name out there. So she sent us the cookies to try. And I think that's a great idea for her to do. So hopefully you enjoyed this. There's going to be another video, like I said, of 5 more. But I'll have lots of pictures for you at the end. And thanks for watching.